HTC is absolutely going wild, teasing their new standalone headset. Now there's been another tweet, and in this tweet, they're teasing facial tracking. Wow. In this video, we're going to have a look at that tweet, and I'm going to show you their facial tracking module in action. So absolutely stay tuned, watch the whole video, because all of this goodness is coming up. Hi and welcome to MRTV. My name is Sebastian Ank, and this channel here is all about virtual reality. I'm bringing you independent XR reviews, and you're getting the latest news in live streams just like this one here. So if you're into virtual reality, then absolutely subscribe to this channel and click on the bell button so that you don't miss live streams just like this one here. All right, HTC has done it again. They're going absolutely crazy on their Twitter account. So let's have a look together here. This is the tweet that started it all. And we saw this hard plastic and we saw the shiny logo here and we thought like, okay, that must be a new headset. Yesterday, I showed you the clip where Mr. Alvin Wang Graylin told us that actually a standalone headset is coming out. So most probably that is this standalone headset. And HTC has been keeping on tweeting and putting out interesting stuff. Now, yesterday, this tweet came out here. HTC Vive, express yourself. And we saw this here and we're wondering, hey, what is this thing? And here, this is actually here my reply to it. Quite funny, right? And what is this? Well, if you do some research, you will find this here. This here is a dev kit of a lip tracker, which will track your face, the lower part of your face for face tracking. And here I'm going to show you another picture of this. So this is actually out there, this dev kit for the Vive Pro, and it does facial tracking. So have a look again at this here, and now please compare this with this. So yeah, I believe it is this device, this lip tracking device. And I also did an interview with Mr. Graham Wheeler, who is the president of HTC in Europe. And we did this interview in virtual reality. Probably you have watched it. And in this interview, he said the following. Let's have a look.
And if you see, my eyes are tracked to what my eyes are doing. And if I have also a new development piece, which is a camera that's looking at my lower part of my face, which is a new development tool. And if I puff out my cheeks.
All right. Wow.
So it will mimic what my facial movements are. And that was a tool that when we came and did these meetings, we understood. You're in your room in Germany, I'm in my room in London, and we wanted to have a better interaction. So we wanted to have emotional reactions between us. So we could.
Okay, so very interesting. And as you can tell, that interview was a couple of months ago that I did. And there already, he showed that off in that XR suite, the meeting software from HTC. So yeah, it is out there, and it is this device that they are teasing here. And it's very interesting that this could be a part of that new standalone headset. Wow, that is truly big news. And before we go more deep into talking about it and thinking what does it mean for this new standalone headset, let's have a look at this facial tracking module in action. I've checked out YouTube and I found a video where Fruxius from Neos VR shows this off. He has this and he put it into Neos VR, and let's see how well this facial tracking module works, putting your facial expressions onto an avatar. So let's have a look at this video together now. So here you can see, here is the module, and now let's see what it can do. And I would say it's pretty impressive what this module can do. So check it out. This is pretty perfectly put onto this avatar. And yeah, well, it can also be a fox, right? And any kind of thing. So that could be a killer feature for all the people who love VR chat. And well, HTC is working together with VR chat, and I'm going to show you that later in this video. Interesting, right? So here you can see also, even if you put out your tongue, this will be shown then in your avatar. So this could be a total game changer for VR chat, for all these social VR apps, but also, of course, for meeting software. Yeah, if you want to put out your tongue in a meeting, soon you can do it. Oh my god, and you can lick that ice cream like a champ. Super interesting. Super interesting. Yeah, so that is absolutely impressive what this can do. And this is what HTC is actually teasing right now. Yes. Interesting, right? Really interesting. Super interesting that they're teasing this for their standalone headset. And well, could this actually probably directly be implemented in something like VR chat? I believe it could, because as you probably know, HTC is working together with VR chat, and VR chat is actually part of their XR suite, right? And in the XR suite, VR chat actually is called Vive Social. So they do have close ties to VR chat. So I do see them putting it into VR chat as soon as possible, this kind of functionality. Now, just think about it. If this new standalone headset does have this kind of facial tracking functionality, it clearly is a high-end standalone headset. And now it makes more sense that Mr. Alvin Wang Graylin said that he doesn't see that standalone headset, that HTC Vive standalone headset, as a direct competitor to the Quest. Again, they cannot compete on price, right? So they will compete on what it can do. So I believe we're looking at a high-end standalone headset with all kinds of cool things like this facial tracking. And you know what? I believe that this device also is going to have eye tracking. It makes so much sense, right? If it has facial tracking, why wouldn't it have eye tracking? It wouldn't make sense without eye tracking, because with eye tracking and with face tracking, just like Mr. Wheeler has shown me in that interview, then you can have the full set of emotions. You can show where the person is looking to, you can show the facial expressions, it all comes together then. But then I believe that this is a device which is not purely aimed at us consumers, because this kind of device makes so much sense for enterprise solutions, for these meetings, right? Because now I can already meet in VR, and I did this lots of times, like for example with Spatial, amazing software with the Oculus Quest, and also with Engage, all kinds of different software. But the problem is always that the avatars are not looking good enough. They are nice and stuff, but yeah, you cannot express your emotions. But with something like this, with this standalone headset, if it has all these things, well, you can have perfect meetings. And these meetings would make so much more sense. So this looks more like a high-price, high-end standalone headset, which would be the perfect solution for all these enterprise applications. But where does this leave us, the consumers who want something like the Quest 2, but without Facebook, right? Where does this leave us? So what I still hope, and that is my personal hope, is that actually it would be like modular, that this standalone headset would come in a base configuration without that face tracking module, because really, how many % of us really need that? Probably 98% are fine without it. Like I personally, I don't do VR chat. So, and I think most of us, we don't really would need that, right? It's just those who use VR chat or Somnium Space, all these social VR apps. For them, it's exciting. And of course, for enterprise who want to do meetings. But for the big majority of people, we don't really need that, right? So how about it had some base configuration without face tracking, without full body tracking, probably even without eye tracking, right? And that would cost like $499 or probably even $599 if it would give us without no Facebook, high resolution, real IPD adjustment, good controller tracking. That would be great, right? And then if you need that facial tracking, then buy it as a module for $200. Or if you need that full body tracking, okay, then there's another module which will give you these clips or whatever, and it costs another $100. This would make sense, right? In my opinion. Well, let's see. I really hope that HTC doesn't make the same mistake like they did with the HTC Vive Pro. Because with the HTC Vive Pro, they didn't really know who's their target audience, right? They said prosumer, and somehow it was more for enterprise. But then they still sold it together with that Vive port, with that game. So it was a mess, right? And yeah, it was. We didn't know who is it for, and it was then too expensive for us, for the normal people, for the consumers. So I really hope that this time they make it a bit more clear, like who is it really for, and also with the pricing. Why wouldn't there be like a base model and like a higher end model? Who knows? Who knows? Well, we'll see. Anyways, it's interesting because actually Mark Zuckerberg, he wants exactly this. And this is the Upload article. He wants exactly this. He wants face tracking and eye tracking in the Quest 3 and 4. Wow, now this is going to be exciting for privacy, right? I'm not sure if I want to have a Facebook headset which does eye tracking and face tracking. Anyways, he wants this in the Quest 3 and 4. And it's pretty interesting to see that this might be now in this HTC standalone headset already. Well, this is going to be exciting. Now I really want to know from you, what do you think? Is HTC actually going to bring that standalone headset as a modular headset where the base configuration comes without that facial tracking and probably full body tracking? Or do you believe it's going to be like one headset which has everything included already and is going to be a higher price? I don't know what, probably $699, $799. For enterprise, that is totally a fine price. But for us, unfortunately not. So what do you think? What is going to be the strategy? Is it going to be that device that has a modular setup, or is it going to be like one device, and what is the price going to be? Please do let me know in the comment section below. Go crazy in the comment section. That helps this channel make noise for the algorithm. So, and also give it a thumbs up. Don't forget it if you enjoy these live streams. At the end of this short live stream, I want to tell you something really interesting. You know who's watching this channel? HTC Vive is watching this channel. They left a comment in the last video. They gave this little smiley here. So HTC, I give it up to you. At least you have great taste in YouTube channels. And I believe that now, why don't you let us know a bit more about the device without teasing us every single day? Simply let it out. Tell us what this headset is all about. All right, that's it for this live stream. If you want to get closer to this channel, if you want to have a look behind the scenes, and if you want to see this standalone headset before everyone else, then become a member of the MRTV Elite at mrtvelite.com. That is my Patreon channel, and well, this is how I finance this independent channel. So definitely, it only costs $1. You see everything first, and well, you're going to see this headset also first there. So I would be very happy if you if you become a member of the MRTV Elite. If you don't want to go to Patreon, you can also stay here and join this channel. Simply click on the join button, and not only will you become a member of the MRTV Elite and support independent VR channels like this one here, but you will also have a beer mug next to your name in the chat and in the comment, and I would be very happy to see some beer mugs in future live streams. All right, that's everything that I got for you. If you have not yet subscribed to MRTV, then absolutely do that now and click on the bell button so that you don't miss anything. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Also give it a thumbs up if you like my new haircut.